Hello, hello. What's up, David? Sorry, I'm just trying to get set up here. I'm hoping that I sound okay. All right, let's talk. What do you guys got? The sound is good. All right, awesome. I'm trying to put it back on my other computer so that I'm looking at it. There we go. Ah, it is what it is. Cutting my head off though. My setup is not perfect, guys. It is a work in progress. And I can't seem to get it right. And probably should have done it but YouTube doesn't allow me to be able to see what my camera is showing me before I actually press record, which is weird. Audio's good. Good. Well, it's really hot in here and I can't have my air conditioning on because I think it messes the sound up. All right. Audio is great. You sound great. Thank you. Guilford, Maine. I know where that is. Looking forward to your take on the runoff election in Georgia. Yeah, we'll definitely talk about that. Everybody watching, hit the like button. Thanks, Mark. PA here. Please keep in. You guys are awesome. If you keep hitting the like button. I know nothing about that stuff, so I don't know how any of this works, to be perfectly honest. But let me just see. Tell me if this messes my sound up, because I am literally gonna start sweating. It's so hot in here. Did that mess the sound up? Fingers crossed for Georgia. Why is there still a possibility here? I thought he already lost. This woman is fantastic. She tells the truth. Yes, I do try to tell the truth. Sound is fine? Okay, great, because it's really hot in here. I live in Florida, so it's still hot. It gets you sent out on YouTube. Oh, that is so cool. Kind of like when you get likes on TikTok, which I was going to go live on TikTok at the same time, but considering I'm getting enough people in here, I'd rather talk to you guys because there's less trolls. I get so many trolls on TikTok that it's almost disheartening. Sound is great. Okay, perfect. So basically, when it comes to Georgia, I mean, honestly, I thought they already called it. So I wasn't even aware there was still a possibility, to be perfectly honest. My opinion on all of this is, first of all, he didn't raise as much money. So was that Herschel's fault or was that the Republicans' fault? I think it was a little bit of both. I think that in the beginning, he just wasn't the candidate that they wanted. So because he wasn't the candidate that they wanted, they actually pulled a little bit of power behind him and then went and put it in places like Alaska and places that it really just didn't matter. So he didn't really have the support behind him from the Republican Party that he needed to possibly do as well. But one thing I want to say that I think is really important that nobody's paying attention to, he had $50,000, or I don't even know. It was something astronomically less than what the other, what's his name? Warnock had. And he literally had triple the amount of money and they're neck and neck. So all these people are saying how ignorant that Herschel is and all this, when really I just think it's his dialect. It's not that he's ignorant. I just think that he speaks with his regional dialect and a little bit of slang and things that makes him maybe not sound as educated as he is. But that being said, he was still neck and neck with Warnock. So it's like, shit on the guy all you want. He literally was right there with a guy that spent 3 times as much money as him and supposedly is so much more educated. So besides the fact that my one argument when anyone says that stupid crap is you're pro Fetterman, you're pro Biden. So maybe shut up when it comes to him. But anywho, slumlord, and you can fact check that. Yeah, no, I know he's got a really tainted past. I think what disgusts me about him is if he were just a slumlord or an extremely, like, he's very progressive. If he were all those things and he weren't a pastor, I wouldn't think he was so disgusting. But the fact that he's a pastor and he's pushing these narratives, that to me is curious, because I don't understand a pastor that can have the past that he has and then still say that they follow Jesus. But, you know, autocorrect gremlin, gotcha. At least they didn't vote for a vegetable. That is true. I think it's fair to say that neither part, we were our friends. Maybe it's time to stop settling. Yeah, I mean, I'm not feeling super, confident for either side right now. I think my biggest thing that I've been saying all along is, okay, so we didn't end up getting the Senate. That might actually be a benefit, because if we had taken the Senate and had the House and then didn't do shit for the next 2 years, that would have looked really, really bad. So I'm just hoping and praying that they decide to actually do something in the next 2 years that will actually solidify a 24 Republican president. And obviously that's going to end up like who the nominee ends up being as to whether that's going to be possible, if we can even believe that, the election system is free and fair, right? Exactly, another fake guy. Yeah. I mean, and I'm sure there's fake preachers on both sides everywhere. I'm not over here trying to say that just because he's on the left, he's a fake preacher. But I do find it a little bit interesting how someone can support killing babies and then call themselves a Christian, because I know that Jesus would not support that. So it's like, I don't know. The whole thing is a little curious to me, but hey, it's not for me to judge, right? What's my take on the upcoming current tribulation? What do you mean by that? Like, you believe we're in the tribulations right now? Is that what you're trying to say? You don't live in the US? Show me a politician that doesn't have a tank. Yeah, they've all got skeletons in their closet, guys. Let's just be completely honest. At some point, they've all got skeletons in their closet. I mean, I've yet to see that DeSantis has any skeletons in his closet. And the one thing that someone tried to pull out, I thought that was the most ignorant thing I've ever seen. They tried to say that he was a guard at Gitmo and he enjoyed watching people be tortured. And I was like, really? That's what you're going to come at DeSantis with? Give me a break. What's up, Colorado? Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't think we're there yet, but I also don't think it's far off. I feel like there's been a lot worse times in history, even in the Bible. So I don't feel that we are that close to the tribulations, although there are some shit going on. This like fight with good and evil, this erosion of the nuclear family, and this promotion of all these extremely progressive, all the trans stuff is definitely very curious, and one of the things they say is, in the end, good will be evil and evil will become good. And some days I actually go, okay, you might not be wrong, but can't you find a better candidate for the GOP than Walker? Yeah, I think there probably were better candidates for the GOP than Walker. They just didn't get the nomination, or they didn't win their primary or whatever. So news around the world. Hi from Colorado. Torture. Yeah, I don't think it's true, obviously, but that's what this person was trying to say. I've been very against the balkanization of the country, but I don't know if we can avoid it at this point. We've gone beyond the tipping point. The only Republican that has any balls is Donald Trump. I think there's others that definitely have balls. I just think when it comes to Trump right now, what his commentary and all the things that he would always say was novel in the beginning. And I understand that the left hated it, but when even your own party is telling you you need to pull it back and stop saying some of the stuff that you're saying, I think he needs to finally take a little bit of advice or I don't even think he's going to, I don't know if he's going to win the primary, or I mean the nomination, because I just feel like he's going too far with his like constitution talk and stuff like that. It's, for me, I'm just wishing that he would tone it down a notch. The only Republican, I already read that. We're not, yeah, because there'd have been a rapture. Any Republican has, yeah, you said that already. Guys, do not spam my comment section, even if it's a comment that I enjoy. If you spam my comment section, if I can figure out how to get rid of you, you will be gone. So just don't spam. I see your comment. This isn't TikTok. I've got 42 people in here. So is Carrie Lake out? I think she's out when it comes to the governorship, but I would not be completely shocked if Trump picked her as his vice president to run if he, gets there. This is exactly what I just said. Trump is the only one in the Republican Party. Right. Okay. You've said that 27 times. I saw it the first 5. I appreciate you being here, but please just don't spam, because that's annoying. The country needs more than 2 political parties. Yeah, I just don't think the country's ready for that right now. I don't know how, unless you have some sort of independent or libertarian candidate that just blows everyone out of the water. Both parties will look at it like you're taking a vote away from them, and people will be scared to vote for them. I just said the truck was the only one that had a set. Oh, okay, got it. Good Lord. We have more than 2. They just don't win. Did you figure out how to mod here yet? I don't know how to mod. I'm sorry. I don't know how to do that yet. But I may go live on TikTok as well. My last 2 lives that I did here are a little bit more successful, but it's not that I don't need a moderator. I probably do need a moderator. I don't know how to do that. I'm very new to YouTube, and I do not understand how you assign moderatorship to anyone yet. So that being said, I probably do need moderators. I just don't understand how to do it. So if you know how, let me know. You click on the person, it should say mod them. Let's see. Oh, there you go. Okay, cool. All right. Well, right now I only need 1, and he's my regular moderator. So I'm gonna go with that for now. If it looks like he needs some support, I'll choose someone else. But I'm really, really like on TikTok, I have my same moderators, and I know them well, and they kind of know my rules. I don't want to just ban and block everyone. I only like to ban and block people that either spam or are completely inappropriate. Yeah, I'm never going to make anyone a moderator that's going to ban everybody. I'm a free speech advocate. So they know that my rules are, if you put anything completely just unappropriate when it comes to sexually or something like that, I don't allow that, or spam. That's really about it. If Trump started a new party, I think it would end the Republican Party. I think I know I would support whatever happened. I don't know if he would do that or not. And I don't know how that would do. I'm going to be honest when I say this, and this isn't me saying that I no longer support him. If he is who the nomination is, clearly I'm going to put my support behind him. I wish he would tone down what he's saying. Absolutely. But at the same time, if he were to try to break up the Republican Party, I don't think that he's going to have as much support as you think. I think his MAGA base, yes, would follow him, but I think that would ensure that we have a Democratic president. I think that would be a really, really bad idea. It's not much of a political person, but I'm somehow enjoying this live stream. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Agree, Leo. You need to call into ABL tonight and push this channel. I don't know what that is. What is ABL? I feel pushed by some Republicans for national abortion ban hurt in the elections. Yeah, only one did that, and that was Lindsey Graham, and he is a disgusting human. And I believe that he did that by design, on purpose, to actually help us lose the midterm elections. I have no basis for my feelings on that other than he has been in politics for long enough to know that what he did was very detrimental. And the only way that I believe that he did that, not like, there's no way he did that not knowing that that would hurt them. I don't believe that he's truly for the for the Republican Party. But that's just my opinion on that. I'm not a fan of Lindsey Graham at all. It's just because I don't have a whole lot of like love and support for people that I've seen flip flop about people, and I've seen him bawling on camera saying what an amazing man Joe Biden is, and I literally was like, "You are so gross. You're so gross." He was a huge backer of Herschel Walker, and I think that was actually a detriment to Herschel. I think that I don't know if Lindsey Graham decided to lead the charge or if he chose Lindsey Graham. But if he chose Lindsey Graham, then I feel like he had no idea what he was doing. If Lindsey Graham chose to lead the charge, then I think by design he was hoping that Herschel would lose, to be honest. ABL is Anthony Brian Logan's YouTube channel. He normally has 2,000 on his live shows Saturday and Wednesday nights. Awesome. I will have to check him out. I don't know who he is. I'm conservative Canadian living in liberal Toronto. We'll trade you, Justin, for Herschel Walker straight up. Yeah, no kidding. I'm not a Justin Trudeau fan either. I'm very, very glad that he is not leading our country. Although our president actually thinks Trudeau is great and would probably adopt a lot of his principles if he could. Okay. Yeah. Doug, I appreciate your commentary, bro. It's cool that you think it's going to somehow affect me. Anyone who has to like come in and insult someone's intelligence without backing up their statements with some facts is basically like I've already won the argument at that point. Like say, you know what, I disagree with what you're saying and this is why. Let's have an actual conversation that is helpful. But just to tell me I'm stupid doesn't help anyone in this chat, doesn't help me. So I would love to let's talk about the facts. Throw some facts up in here. So far, you've just hurled insults, bro. So you're kind of just showing your own lack of education. David's Bees and stuff, Arlington, Texas. What's an idiot? For 300 seconds. That's so funny. I don't know how YouTube works. So let him talk if he wants to say something constructive. But if he's just going to be a douchebag, then we can get rid of him. But I don't want to silence people just for disagreeing with me, because that starts to give me a bad name as well. I'm down for any sort of, discord, as long as you can be respectful. That's literally what I wrote in the description. If you can be respectful, you're welcome to have conversation. If you go on his chat tonight, I'll intro you to several good people that can turn people onto this channel. What time is it on? Well, I started watching because of your looks and stay for the entertainment. So there. Well, cool. There's something for everyone. He's a dog bag. I'm learning buttons. He's in mom's basement. Yeah, he could be, but news around the world. I own 4 businesses in Colorado. When Trump was in office, business was booming. Now that Biden's in office, business can't. Yeah, I know. That's definitely true. I think many, many of us, regardless whether you were pro, tweets and, the things that he said and all of that, no one can deny the economy was much better under President Trump. I don't care. Even I've talked to many, many people, even on the left, and they will outright admit that the economy was better. They themselves were doing better in life under Donald Trump. So anyone who's not willing to admit that is absolutely comical to me. I am in Florida, yes. Maybe Dirty Meatball. Dirty Meatball, that's a funny name. I love it. Trying to think what else. Oh, so the Twitter files. The Twitter files are, being released right now. I mean, they were releasing some, but I think they've held some back because of the new breaking news where like the lawyer was actually part of the whole thing and suppressed some of the content or deleted a bunch of it before it actually got out. So are you guys following this stuff? What are your thoughts on it? Oh, that's the name of your cat. That is hilarious. Oh my God, that is so funny. What a great cat name. I think it's a matter of time before it all comes to light. I agree. I mean, I honestly thought that first that it was actually Elon Musk that suppressed a couple of things. Like maybe he had, made a deal with Apple or something when he met with Tim Cook about like trying to not take him off the platform. Like, hey, don't blow us up over here, or something. But it actually looks like they found out and he fired him. So it's great. You missed it. Oh, you can find the whole thread on Twitter very easily, or there's probably numerous YouTube channels that have covered the entire thing and broke it all down. But I do think that now even more juicy stuff is actually coming out because when they released them, there was some things that looked redacted in a sense, and it looks like Jim Baker. Yeah, he was involved in the Russia stuff. Then he was involved in this suppressing of this content. Yeah, it's not looking good at all. And he used to work with the FBI or for the FBI, so that's even more curious. No one gets held accountable. Yeah, it has definitely felt like that in the past, but I think it's less about people being held accountable than just bringing it to light so that we totally can understand that these people are fucking us. Part of the Hillary clan. I should get my community here. Who's your community? Everyone thinks so. Your YouTube shorts are funny and you're gorgeous. Keep up the good work. Thanks, William. I appreciate that. Richard DeSantis was able to make South Florida red. He was able to make South Florida red. I mean, they voted red. I mean, not every place did. I think Palm Beach might have been the only place that didn't turn red, but he turned Miami red. So whether people are, still holding on to some of the liberal ideology or not, they definitely voted for DeSantis. So I do not follow Q, no. All these corrupt POS should be tried for treason. I want to make one statement because it's always comical to me that somebody just assumes that because you're a conservative that you must be part of that the Q people or something, but they're like extremely right wing. Like I'm just right of center, borderline libertarian. So if you're calling someone who's practically a centrist, like assuming that they follow Q, that's just that would be like me saying that just because you're an independent or just left of center Democrat that you must be, part of the whatever, the squad or something, or follow all of the extreme left leaning stuff. It's just like you're breaking up a little. Don't mess with our children. Yeah, definitely. Well, that was so the Balenciaga thing. I mean, gosh, everybody is starting to see that. Like, I'm looking at it this way. If you do not denounce Balenciaga and you still wear their shit, then you are basically saying that you're for that. Because if you won't stand against it, then you're for it. Just like when they used to say about Donald Trump, well, if you won't denounce this or whatever, then that means that you're for it. So I'm just looking at it like if these people are not going to stand up and denounce this in for doing what they did, and any other of the high fashion falutin brands that have done the same kind of bullshit, then it means you're for it. Broward and Dade is all blue. No, Miami-Dade went red. So maybe people are acting very blue there, but when it came to the midterms, Miami-Dade turned bright red for DeSantis. And I believe Marco Rubio too. So maybe they're still carrying the ideology of the left, but they definitely didn't vote that way. They need to install term limits and cap campaign trip contributions. I'm definitely not opposed to that. I think term limits is amazing. The only problem is the same people that have to vote for term limits have to possibly vote themselves out of office. So anyone who's trying to make a career out of politics is not going to get behind it. Am I just trying to make money? I am not monetized on here. So maybe and hopefully one day I will be. But Doug, if you're just simply going to troll, we will boot you. If you want to have an actual conversation that might be positive and help, maybe we see eye to eye, come together, or maybe we just agree to disagree. But if you're just going to put insults in here, you're pointless in being here at all. Good afternoon. You're lucky to have DeSantis. I'm in Pennsylvania. Weak Democrats here. Miami was blue. Palm Beach was red. No, Miami turned red in the midterms. I'm not sure where you were looking, but I can most likely pull it up. I'm asking questions and you're not answering them because you're asking questions that are I answered your question. I said I'm not monetized on here. Hopefully I will be one day, but not yet. Well, it's only showing Marco Rubio. I'll answer asking questions. You're not answering them, blah, blah, blah. Live there, and you will live there and you will see. I know you're in the Keys, though, I believe you said. Yeah, no. I'm not denying that it's very left there. I lived in Delray Beach, and I moved away from Delray Beach about 7 months ago to the Keys because I couldn't deal with how blue it was there. We have a blue mayor in both. I have business in Boca and in Delray. So in both Boca and Delray, I think one's Palm Beach County and Boca. Not sure if Boca turns to Broward or not, but it's very blue there. So I'm not arguing with you. You're absolutely right. I just thought when it came to actual voting, he turned Miami red. How do I feel about the border? It is not secure. They are allowing this to happen. For what reason, I do not understand. To traffic fentanyl over here, to kill our children. Last night, there was a border police officer that was killed in pursuit of all these illegal immigrants that are coming across the border. Our infrastructure can't even support all of the illegal immigrants that are flooding over our border. Pretty much every state in the United States is a border state at this point. I am pro immigration as long as you do it the legal channels. How do I get monetized? I would love to support you. I think I just have to get enough time, enough viewer hours. I've checked all the boxes except when I need like 2,000 more viewing hours. When people have watched 2,000 more hours, then I can actually get monetized. But I just started this channel about a month and a half ago, so I got to be patient. Miami is still blue, yeah. Yes, the Cuban Americans are hopefully going to turn it red because they came from a communist country. So they're like, gosh, why would I move here and then, try to flip our country into what I just fled from? Might join the stream. Told him to be respectful, but some are dicks, so watch out. Okay. We knew who was going to win before it started. The delay goes to the Democrat. Yeah. I hope DeSantis throws his hat in the ring soon. I don't think he will. I think he'll wait a whole year if he's going to. The Keys are beautiful. Boca is Palm Beach County. Okay, cool. I guess maybe it's Deerfield starts Broward for the Democratic. What kind of businesses did you have? We own fitness centers. I'd love to see DeSantis take the presidency for the next year. I would love to see that as well. I just don't know if I can picture Trump letting go of his ego enough to take on another heavy hitter like that because he kind of wants the spotlight. And I don't know that DeSantis would want to join Team Trump because I think he would be afraid that he'll be attached to everything that Trump does. So, and that's not me. I love them both, and I don't even know who I support more really. I flip flop daily. I fish red tail, great hammerhead, so they migrate to Isla Morada. I've caught he was a very tiny little hammerhead, but I caught him. I actually felt so bad because I could barely get the hook out. I had to have my husband do it. He is gorgeous. Yes, it is. I don't know if Trump and DeSantis will ever be joined together. Yeah, I don't see that either. Although I'd like to see Trump 24, DeSantis 28. Only Trump people got to wake the freak up. Deerfield is Broward. Yes, that's what I thought. Okay. Do you got Cash App to send you some support? I do have Cash App, but I don't expect the people that are here to watch me to monetize me. I want the platform to monetize me, but I do appreciate that. That's super kind. I know a lot of people do that. I just am not looking to do that. I don't even do that on TikTok. On TikTok, I try to actually not have, I don't get gifts. I don't vie for gifts or anything like that. I think I might even go live on TikTok as well because, for whatever reason, I was doing like so amazing on YouTube. Like all my shorts were getting all these views, and they were promoting my lives. And then all of a sudden, I just started getting no views on my shorts, no views on my. This is really like I had like 100 and something. So it's kind of a bummer to see it go down instead of go up. But it is what it is. What's your TikTok? My TikTok is 11 butterflies. DeSantis needs to complete his next term of governor before he makes a run for president. I have to head out. Love your content. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Stretch Limo. You're probably being censored for being truthful. Maybe. I normally don't watch streams, so I blame me kind of people. TikTok is 11 butterflies. Thanks. Hey, Florida. Hey guys, so I'm live on YouTube as well, just so I'm going to be flip-flopping and looking at both comment sections right now. It is sad about Georgia, but I kind of had already expected this outcome, so I'm not shocked by it. You going to get booted again? I hope not. I hope not. Yeah, I'm shadow banned. I'm always in trouble on TikTok, so. You and your husband are comedic gold. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, we think we're funny too, but Let me know if I need to go to TikTok. Oh, you're fine, Mark. What happened in Georgia? Oh, we just lost the election. If you're not into politics, you probably don't care. I get it. Was that you who did the short of filling up your truck and you said something about the other ride? Oh, yeah, that was me. Down with the cop. Down with the CCP. Yeah, they suck. What's up, Tennessee? Yeah, TikTok loves me. I get lots of views on TikTok. They promote my live at least. Why are you censoring my questions? I'm not. Maybe you asked something that is not that is derogatory or something and TikTok censored it. I don't censor anything. What happened to bikini jokes? Sorry, this isn't working, I guess. I had to stop doing them because TikTok kept banning me. And then I just started, having different content. I didn't want to always be known as the girl who did bikini jokes, I guess. People got to change, right? You never pop up in my notifications, even though I'm subscribed and notifications are on. That's strange because I wasn't. That was so that just happened this week then. What's my view on Kanye? I think that he's either having a mental break or he's trolling. The InfoWars thing, I'm kind of convinced that he was trolling, to be perfectly honest, but I think it's just all these people are saying this stuff about him and he's like, okay, you're gonna say this shit about me, then I'm gonna come out and just fucking own it then. But your shorts are awesome. Thank you. My YouTube is Real American Variety. You can find it right in the link in my bio, or you can search it and find it that way. But if you guys wanted to go to YouTube and watch me over there, that would help my channel so much. Here we go. Easy way to see more of Bethany is to go to page and show videos some attention. Do you think football player was going to figure out how to run a successful campaign? Sure was possible, but it seems unlikely. Yeah, that seems kind of stereotypical to say that somebody just because they're a football player is ignorant, but muscle mammy. Some days. How's it going? It is great. He did. He made Alex Jones uncomfortable. And I don't know much about Alex Jones. I've never really watched him or anything. I'd never seen an episode of InfoWars or anything like that. But apparently, if you make Alex Jones uncomfortable, and he's the moderate in the room, then you've really done something crazy. So it is definitely overboard. I don't co-sign it at all. I think whatever he's doing is bad for him regardless. It's bad for him. What's going on with his reputation at this point anyway? He's practically been canceled on all fronts. But it's definitely not looking good. Either he's trolling or he's going crazy in front of our own eyes. Either way, it's not helping him. He's only played half a season. He only played half a season in the NFL. I don't know anything about his NFL career at all whatsoever. Yes, I know. I just colored it, so it's down and clean. Some are blaming the L on the candidate not being the best choice, but I highly disagree. I think it's more. Yeah, I agree. They purposely did not give him any support because he was more of a Trump candidate, I think. So that's part of it. But I do think that he wasn't the person that the whole party wanted, so that probably affected it as well. What's the topic? I kind of allow you guys to steer the live to whatever you guys want to talk about. Tell her I'm over. Yeah, Mark's on YouTube, Celia. Ron DeSantis would be second choice. Second choice to who? Not fair to treat the people as a whole like that. I think you're right. I think he was mostly in the beginning. He was just talking about exposing the certain ones that were actually, controlling the industry. And then he just went off the rails. That's the problem. Dang it, guys. Sorry. Even down here, I don't have a correct tripod, and this is my office. Nothing is working. He dropped me. I'm just trying to put both of the comment sections next to each other so it's easier for me to handle both. My Karen skits are hilarious. Thank you. So embarrassing. It's not awesome. I'm not super happy with that loss at all. I did. I just dyed it today. It's a little darker than I want, but it'll look great in a week. So it is what it is. I had to get, it was turning really red. My Twitter is 11 Stacy's mom. Please give me a follow there, because as soon as Elon Musk opens up long and short form content there, I'm probably going to be focusing there as opposed to YouTube and TikTok. Red is good. Well, it wasn't red though. It was just it was brown that was turning red. So that's not as pretty. It wasn't like red on purpose. I don't think she has set time. Two of my gods who are Jewish grandparents are Holocaust survivors, and the pics and stories they have are just insane. I'm sure it's absolutely terrible. I'm so sorry about that. Hello, hello. What's she yapping about now? Whatever I feel like it. What's the highlight of your day or week? Highlight of my day was going to the gym today. It was a good session, and got my endorphins and my serotonin kicking, so I'm feeling good. Mostly bodybuilding style. That's mostly how I lift, is mostly bodybuilding style lifting, because I was a bodybuilder. I retired right in 2019. So I was an IFBB pro bikini competitor. Pretend to see if that tells you anything. You have such amazing toned arms. Thanks. Some days I feel like they look a little more toned than others. I have not been, I tried to purposely lose some muscle. So sometimes it actually makes me feel like they're not in shape compared to how they used to be. I'm trying to find your Twitter. That's weird. I don't know why it's hard to find. I don't know if I have it on this phone. I don't know if I've put that app on this phone. I don't have any service on this phone. I just use it for recording. So you're so gorgeous. Keep up. Thank you. He has a wrench because he makes the community safe, basically. Oh, got it. Thanks for fighting the good fight. Thank you. I will keep doing it as long as they allow it. Not aggressive. What's my Twitter again? 11 Stacy's mom. So what do you see in the forecast for the economy in the next 10 years, in your opinion? Do you see another crash coming? I am not an economist by any stretch, so I don't know. I can give you my opinion, I suppose, but it's not really based on a lot of research, to be honest. I'm learning about a lot of that, and I don't fully understand it. I can definitely say that the Inflation Reduction Act, even liberal economists have said it's not going to help inflation until like 2033, if it does anything, and it's going to be so minuscule it won't matter. So that being said, from what I've seen on TV and like different economists, I'm saying they're predicting a recession. I don't know a lot more than that, and I don't want to speak on something I'm not knowledgeable on. When is Brain Day? I don't know. Callie in the house. What's up? I have to get back to work. Have a great day. Thank you. You have a great day, Shredhead. Thank you for saying you're not an economist. Corporate greed needs to be put in check. Check. Your hair looks good. What did that say? Thank you. I appreciate that. I should get some more to drink. Okay. Well, if that's what you're into. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Yeah, I agree. It's already here too, but because they like are saying that, and it actually went up a little in the last one where they looked, at the last numbers, it had gone up a little bit, which I'm sure he was celebrating like it was a big deal. I don't think people are feeling that, but they changed the definition, but they changed the definition of a lot of words just so that they can sneak narratives and push ideologies. Hello, Big V. How am I a superstar? I am not a superstar, but thanks for calling me that. It's very encouraging. Give me that dog. Gotta jump. Hope to see you tonight at 8 on ABL show. I'll send him a super chat pushing his channel. I don't know any of the stuff you're talking about, but I will try to be there at 8. Who is they? I don't know. What are you talking about? Most of the time when I'm saying they, I mean the government, but I'm not sure what you're referring to. So, hi, Tony. Tony, did you changed your name to Big V and your photo? Was that the highlight of your day? Well, oh, you already wrote that. They take the credit for booms in the market and blame the predecessor for dips. You're absolutely right. But that both parties do that shit. They, you know what, it would be amazing to just have one damn candidate that actually took responsibility for fucking up instead of like pointing fingers and blaming somebody else. Just own your shit. Say, yeah, you know what? I actually messed up on this. I wish I could do something different. Going forward, this is what, just own your shit. Like, I think like the whole entire country would be like just flabbergasted. What's up, Missouri? My taste in music, I mostly like country music and then like 70s, 80s, 90s rock and alternative. Husband got beauty from England. Liking the hair today? Thanks. Get more? No, I didn't. I didn't do anything to my face. Business I own is landscaping company. You know what I find curious, you guys, though? All the people that usually come in and they'll be like, oh my God, you use Botox or something like that. I'll look and they're like pro-trans. So you'll come in and you'll down me for the fact that maybe I use some Botox so I don't get as wrinkly, but you're pro cutting off your boobies and your wiener if you think you're the wrong sex. Like, I don't understand. Like, help me understand this. Help me understand the hypocrisy in a comment like that. My opinion on Meghan Markle. I don't really have one. I don't really care much about pop culture, but I think she's a spoiled little bitch. And yeah, I'm not really a fan of her and anything that she does. All she does is complain and make, the royal family look bad. I know nothing about the royal family. So easy. Yeah. I know. I do need to chill. But it's so interesting to me. I do not have a food allergy now. Do you think female bodybuilders were being exploited by the organizers like being reported in the media? No, I do not. I think that's just another stupid feminist. When somebody signs up to be in a bodybuilding competition, you know what you're getting into, just like a pageant. You are getting into it to essentially build your body to a place and then be judged on it. If that's exploitation, then let's look at the fact that the men are wearing something just as fucking tiny and doing the same type of shit. So are the men being exploited as well? Why are we not talking about that? Well, we're not. We're trying to make this about a women. So give me a break. Love your hair. How can I get a muscle mommy girlfriend? Probably try looking for girls at the gym. That's probably the best place to find them. I'm so glad today up north. Today I saw a Democrat politician with his hands in his own pockets. Haha, I've seen that. Make royal family look bad. How explain? Because all she does is complain and say stupid shit. Like she to make like everything is apparently racist. Like, girl, you're white. Shut up. Like, how is like I don't understand. Like, she's the social justice warrior for the left, and she's just making all kinds of inappropriate drama. But again, I don't follow pop culture, so I honestly don't give a shit or really have much of an opinion. But the few things that actually make it into my feed, because I mostly see politics, I think are absolutely silly, personally. I believe feminism is the downfall of America. I think the first feminism movement was positive. The second one, it started to go downhill. This third feminist movement is destroying everything. The men are going to bodybuild in the women's competition soon. Well, sometimes it's honestly hard to tell at that point, guys. I'm not going to lie. It's hard to tell. I mean, there are some people in those bodybuilding competitions where I can't figure out if they are a man turning into a woman or a woman turning into a man. Once you get on all of those whatever they are, the God, it's a normal word I can't find. Steroids, goodness. It changes what people look like. So it can get bought off. Just kidding. You're thinking about running, yeah. You're talking about Iris Kyle. I don't know who Iris Kyle is. I don't know who pretty much anyone is, to be honest. I'm so jealous of Chad. You'll never know. Is he a real person? Who knows? I wish you happiness. Life's too short to get this wrapped up in politics. Yeah, I appreciate your opinion, Dark Knight, but I could have like interest in a lot of things. So, like, people have an interest in like maybe pop culture or they obsess over celebrities. I just like to talk about politics. So, you're just saying, like, I'm sure you have things in your life that are like top of the list for priorities that you like to research and look into and talk about a lot. I'm not going to shit on you for that. Maybe mind your own business. Worry about your own damn self. Just saying. It's not like it used to be back in the day with Rachel McLeish and thank you. These new divisions are open up new ways. Politics are important. It's how our world is run. Exactly. We don't share political views, but you're a solid person and I can appreciate that. I appreciate you and I respect that. Simulation theory is possibility, or do you think it's ridiculous? I think it's absolutely a possibility. I'm starting to think daily that we are in one right now. You want me to? Oh my gosh. So, this is something that I've been so extremely interested in. So, last night, this is really weird. I think this is weird. But all of a sudden, this video came up in my husband's feed, and we're both obsessed with the whole like all the simulation. And, he loves anything with theoretical physics. So, the little kid that in like 2017, he was 13 and he was this child prodigy genius kid that now everybody is saying is missing. They can't find him anywhere. He doesn't exist at all. And now all of a sudden, tons of videos about this kid are all over TikTok and all over YouTube. But apparently he's just like missing. Is anyone else seeing this? What is this all of a sudden? This, like conspiracy just come to light about this kid. It's weird. Yeah, the kid genius that I never knew anything about. And now all of a sudden, there's videos about him on all social media just blowing up. Like it's like something they want us to pay attention to or something. He had a solution to the energy crisis. I heard that. He's extremely interesting, extremely smart. I love learning about the CERN. I think CERN is crazy. And I do think that the CERN can actually is one of the reasons that can actually start like the Mandela effects and things like that. I've watched so many videos. A lot of Joe Rogan has a lot of people on his podcast that talk a lot about that stuff. So I love watching that stuff because I think it's so interesting. Never heard of it. Yeah, it's something. Well, he may not be missing, but like all his videos were pulled from the internet, and apparently you can search him because I've been spent 2 days searching the kid. I can't find hide nor hair of him. Max Laughlin, yes, that's him. You can only find like these more reposted videos of him from like 2017, and nothing new about him. Everyone's saying the government found him and got a hold of him. Max Laughlin. I feel so alone because I see through all this shit. I think many of us see through all this shit. It's just that when we say that we see through all this shit, we're deemed conspiracy theorists and censored and canceled. So you're not alone in that. There are many people that see through all this shit. When are you getting TTS and media, big bucks? I don't know what that means. It's awful. Still no suspect. Oh, is that? Yeah, that is such a terrible thing to watch. That case is so crazy. No, I know. No DNA is so curious. The whole crime scene was completely. I mean, all those kids walked through the crime scene like that. That was doomed from the start. And I don't think those police officers are doing a very good job either. I don't know what that is. GPT. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I'm actually a little bit fearful for Elon Musk, if I'm honest. Sarah laugh a lot. I really am. I think he recently came out and said he's not signing autographs anymore because he actually thinks that there's like hits out on him at this point. I'll check it out. Yeah, Max Laughlin, look into it. It's very intriguing. Yeah, there you think it's two people? Possibly. I mean, it seems crazy that one person was able to do that, but it depends on how drunk they were. If they were all extremely drunk and passed out, that could have something to do with it. But I am finding it really curious that somebody was able to do it all by themselves and not cut themselves in the process. Text to speech, music, and things. I don't know what that means. Much love. Thanks for sharing the live. Watching from Indiana. Well, hello. What are we talking about? I guess we're kind of talking about Ohio, or was it, or wait, Idaho, and a little bit about this Max Laughlin kid, because that's really interesting. I'm kind of chatting about isn't it Idaho, the college campus case? There's been a lot of discrepancies too with the police and things that they've said. I just think that they should have called in people that had more um, experience with this type of thing. Anything new on that front? No, I don't think so. Not other than they had said that they thought it was targeted. Then they recanted that, and now they're saying it again. So I don't know. Masshole. I'm from Maine, and we definitely called y'all massholes. I went to college in Massachusetts, though, so I can't really. I couldn't wait to get there. Go look up those murdered. Yeah, I'm not saying they weren't real people, but their Facebook pages are pretty sketchy. I'm not going to go into that whole thing. I've seen their parents on the news and all that stuff. Come on now. We don't need to turn everything into a conspiracy theory. Give me a break. And I'm a conspiracy theorist, but that is ridiculous. They got actual, yeah. Thanks, Reserve One. It's a small town, not many resources. I agree, but it's such a high profile case that they could have called in people that had more experience. Many years ago, someone broke in the plane and we were stuck in the airport overnight. In Bangor? Sorry about that. You're fun to watch. Thanks. Appreciate that, Red Patriot. Can I put the boots to you? No, I'm married. And when has that ever worked for you? Like, have you gone on TikTok ever and said, can I put the boots to you? And someone was like, yeah, boy, DM me, slide into my DMs. I stopped. I already read that. I'm odd for a couple sisters in Mass. I blocked first time I seen that comment. I quickly fixed it. Oh, yeah, that's what we call them. Especially the drivers in Maine, because Maine is like, I thought FBI was helping them out. They might be now. But I think they should have called them from the beginning, because I think they already botched everything from like day one by not roping off the scene and such. They let these kids tromp through the scene. They allowed cars to leave, trash to be thrown out, gone to the, like all these things that could have been evidence. They, don't be blocking my comments, please. Hey, Sport. Yeah, I like Kiddo better than Sport, but can I get a shout out? Romeo, Sun, Universe, something like that. I gave it a go, bro. The kids called friends before the cops. I know, it's very strange. And like the fact that they called on somebody else's phone, I'm like, what, did you go up to someone and say, hey, unlock your phone? Like, there's just all kinds of weird shit. The biggest hope is they can track down the murder, or as it was thought. Google blocks them. So when are you moving off YouTube? I have Twitter somewhere, I think. As soon as Twitter allows long and short form content, I will be really focusing there. I really was having a good run on YouTube, and now all of a sudden I feel like I'm being censored, or maybe my content just all of a sudden started sucking when it was literally when it hasn't changed at all. So I'm like, I don't really know. So they all took pictures. I don't know about that. I didn't hear about that. He hasn't exposed the Clintons. Well, they probably have ties to this shit that was going on. So I'm sure you get it on a lot. I think you've been shadow banned, locked on. Yeah, I don't know how that happens or what I did to deserve that. 100%. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I always wonder if it's a real thing or not. People, I've watched these people that help you build your channel to see what that like tips they say. They're like, shadow banning isn't real. That's just someone with shitty content says. So I'm always like, is my content just sucky, or or am I actually shadow banned? I don't know. I do have Instagram. You can click on my bio and follow me on Instagram. I do not use Instagram very often, though. I don't really care about it. I don't think you can afford to buy Google right now, but maybe at some point. I have not heard about any attempt in Germany, to be honest, so I can't comment on that. What were we talking about? I was just talking about whether the FBI has joined the Idaho case to help out. Many shadow banned over the years. Yeah, but I don't have that many followers, so it's like I thought I was still flying under the radar. But my shorts were going from getting like millions of views and like hundreds of thousands of views to maybe 2,000, and it happened overnight. They did the next day. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. I know they've definitely joined. I just thought it was more than a day. I thought it was a couple of days, and that they should have gone and helped. Like, not that they should have gone earlier. I think that these police officers should have called them earlier. They have been since day one. I stand corrected. I don't know a lot about that. I've more just seen that one chief of police talk. They can't invest in, yeah, well, that's different. They have ties to all of that. They've been used in a, you know, as a Democrat's arm of justice or whatever. Hey, how'd you put that little heart thing in there, man? That's cool. I buy Google and use to advertise small people. Elon makes shit, not steals like gate. Yeah, exactly. I mean, the man's a genius. Love him or hate him, he's a flipping genius, and he's done amazing things for the world, let alone our country. So, you know, I'm gonna trust the guy that's literally can put rockets in space over fucking Bezos and Gates. What's the likes goal? I don't know. I didn't really set one. Normally, I'm on it a little bit more. I have not really been vying for likes. I forget to tell you guys to tap the screen. Oh, because she was tried getting out of a ticket with her badge. No, I didn't hear about that. I have tons of likes on comments I post disappear all the time. Weird. Is Elon Antichrist? Elon is not the Antichrist. Give me a break. I have tons of likes on comments. I already read that. Have a great day. Bye. Thank you for hanging out. I just tried to look you up on Twitter and can't find you. I know people are saying that. I don't understand it. It's 11 Stacy's mom. I just tried to pull it up, but I don't have Twitter on this phone. So, Chad, I don't need you here right now. You're a pureblood. Yes, I am. America is America great again. They banned me permanently. Who? Twitter? Hair looks different. Yeah, I just colored it today and straightened it. Have a great day. Oh, I read that. Elon is favorite. Yeah, I read that too. TikTok on my Frantastic. I don't know what that is. I'm ready for the shit show to start. So am I. What's the viral vid? It's called Unalived Suddenly, except the real word that I'm not allowed to say on here. TikTok is very sensitive. Happy to see Warnock won. Well, that makes one of us. Thank you. Yeah, it's actually a little darker than I wanted, but it always lightens up in like a week. I had to tone the red out, so I had to go a little darker than I wanted to. It is what it is. I think she never announces a live. I did make a short that announced that I'm going live at 3 o'clock today. Needs to be a set routine. Yeah, you're probably right. I haven't done that up till this point. In the last three lives I had like, or two lives, I had like 100 people in here, which for me was a big deal because my first live I had 8 people. So, um, yeah, I heard that about him. I mean, running over your wife's foot with a car could accidentally happen too. Not that I'm taking up for the guy, but I'm pretty sure my mom ran over my foot when I was a kid. So I'm not Native American. No. Everybody pray for her. We will. I used to be super big there, then they banned me, no reason given. Yeah, I know. I don't understand Twitch at all. You can click on the bell and you should get an alert when she goes live. Can't believe people think there was any good choice in the Georgia Senate race. Yeah, I don't think that either of them were probably the top picks. I mean, maybe Warnock was. I think he was pretty progressive actually. The libs probably love him. But I don't think that Herschel was the top pick for Republicans by any stretch. But thanks, Mark. That's an excellent point. Maine or Florida? I'm from Maine. I live in Florida. Do you want to be, who do you want to be your next president? I don't know. Trump or DeSantis, probably. Kind of on the fence, and I flip flop daily. You just found me on Twitter. Is it 11 Stacy's mom and it was easy? Like, why are people having difficulty? You're from Maine, from Bangor. I'm from Cherryfield, near Machias. I liked Walker simply because he wasn't a politician. I agree. I think that we need to be more open to people who are normal people. I mean, and not even like football players, but people that aren't career politicians. Um, I think that would actually be very positive. We need to get rid of the career politicians. They're the ones that are, robbing Peter to pay Paul. They owe everybody favors. They sneak all kinds of shit into these bills. They're bad people, and we need to. I mean, talk about draining the swamp. The swamp is deep on both sides. You changed your hair color, love it. Thank you. It's a little bit dark, but it'll fade. It's okay to show legs on YouTube. Politicians don't know what it's like to be an everyday American. They don't. They're very removed. I mean, they don't even drive themselves and probably fill their own gas tank up. They are probably not going to the grocery store, and they're not doing any of the things that normal Americans are doing and feeling the pain every time you do it. And I live rather comfortably, but when I go to the grocery store now, my butthole puckers. It literally climbs up inside of my body. Like, I can't fucking believe that I'm paying $300 more than I was 2 years ago. I'm on TikTok watching you. Awesome. Can you cook? Yes, I mean, I'm not the best cook in the world, but I'm pretty decent cook. Yes. Give me that dog. That's how I feel. He voted for Zelensky. Yeah, I heard about him, and I'm not going to comment on that because I feel like that's something to get you banned from TikTok. You're not allowed to comment on your opinion on anything to do with the war in Ukraine. So I don't think Trump would want DeSantis to be his running mate. He's very jealous. I agree. It's an ego thing, I think, but I think he would. I think he should pick like Carrie Lake or someone like that. My kids, I do not have kids. They do not play sports. I only have four-legged kids. Did I hear about Athena? No. You're a very sharp person. Thank you. Yeah, I think she's great. I think she would have been an amazing governor, but it is what it is. Can't really comment about what I feel about that. So, what kind of animals? I have two cats and a dog. Can I please have a picture of you so I can show Santa what I want for Christmas? Very cute. Very cute. I've heard that one before. I love Candace Owens, but I think Candace Owens would not be a good vice president. She hasn't even run for anything else. She's an amazing mouthpiece, and I absolutely love her. She's literally my girl crush. However, I would like to see her run for something else before she just became vice president. I think you said we have to play the leftists at their own game in terms of voting. I did. The reason that I said that is if they're not going to change and go back to the way it was prior to COVID when mail in voting wasn't a thing, we need to get better at playing the game. A lot of the stuff that they did was legal, and I looked that up. A lot of it, I'm not saying there weren't other things that happened, I don't know. But a lot of the stuff that they did was, and we need to get better at doing that too. Keep your stream open to help your numbers. Keep up the great work. Thanks, Jody. That's so nice. Yeah, you like ID is a no-brainer. Anyone balking against ID is just baffling to me. It's honestly like what I always feel about that is the liberals left that are like trying to say, well, I think it's really racist to say that everyone has to have an ID. What about the people that are just not educated enough to go get an ID or this or that? How demeaning of a thing to say to your base. Like, I'm sorry, but we think that you're not smart enough or you can't even afford an I whatever. No way you could possibly spin that is positive. It's basically saying that your own base is not intelligent. I think it is so shitty. There's no reason for vote count multiple days. How can we fix that? I don't know because back in the day, prior to
Okay, I found this on the web for reason for both counts take multiple days. How can we fix that? Check it out.
Shut up. I didn't talk to you, sorry. Dang, guys, I wasn't even talking to that bitch. If you can't vote in person, then you shouldn't be allowed to vote. Arizona's too close to the California, blah, blah, blah. Hold on. Your hair looks nice. Thanks. I'm a mod for the Queen of. I don't know what that means. Anyway, she distracted me. What was I even saying? I don't even know what we were talking about. That's very ableist. I don't even know what you're talking about. Give me a break. I don't even know what that is. I mean, I know what ableist is, but I don't know what you're referring to. Why would you use Siri? I didn't. She decided to just answer a question. Maybe I said something that she thought was her name. I don't know. They're listening? Probably. Plants real in the background? Well, no, that's not real. I mean, generally. Oh, I never do use her. I don't use her even like ever. I don't even think I have it set up on my phone. That was my computer. I didn't even know my computer had it. I'm not very tech savvy, guys. You were talking about have IDs. Oh yeah, so IDs. Anyhow, I just don't understand why anyone would say that. Like, we live in America. You should need to have an ID to vote in the country you live in to prove that you live here. Like, I don't even understand why that's a question. They're not actually. I didn't do anything to them. I just wore makeup today, guys. Don't forget about truck drivers working all over the country. How do they vote in person? Yeah, I understand that. If it's due to the fact that you can't be in there, then you should be able to get an absentee ballot. It just shouldn't be this drastic push for vote, for mail in. You look like you need less sun. I enjoy the sun. We all got a vice. The sun is my vice. I don't do drugs. I don't drink alcohol. I literally don't do anything that's bad for me. If I get a little too much sun, so be it. Haters will report it's the way of YouTube. Will report what? Don't forget about oh, I read that. Pretty much every adult has ID. The ones who don't are probably not voting because they have bigger concerns. I think that's an excellent point. It's vitamin D, y'all. Now you don't even need to show up at the polls. Dems just vote canvassing. Yes, that's what they did a lot, and that's what I'm saying. We need to get better at playing at their own game. If they're not going to change anything, we need to do that too. We need to be doing what they're doing. Take a page from their book. Don't hate the play, I hate the game. Aren't you recovering from addiction? Exactly. So I don't drink, I don't do drugs, I exercise, I eat right, I barely eat sugar, I don't do hardly anything that's bad for me. If I get a little too much sun now and then, and that's my only vice in life, let's just like simmer down a little bit. Give me a break. Love you from England. Aw, thanks, Gary. Without ID, they just make up votes. Exactly. Politics are bad for your health? Maybe. But I could have other things I care about, Like, some people are obsessed with celebrities. At least I'm, interested in something that affects my life. Because I sure as shit don't care about celebrities. I drove my ex-girlfriend. Well, I read that already. They go to all the hoods and homeless encampments and pick up the ballot. Yes, exactly. I'm not from California. Live in Florida. I'm from Maine. I don't know why people would be so obsessed over fake people. Well, I'm going to say this, and I mean this. Any celebrity that is still throwing on Balenciaga and they have not publicly denounced them, then you're for it. And the way I look at it is, since a judge, I guess, recently has said that they need to release the Epstein flight logs or the list or something like that, I'd want to get out in fucking front of that if I lived in the Hollywood scene, right? I'd want to get up there and say, I am against this. I'm burning all my shit. This is horrible. This is terrible. Who's done that? Literally no one. Hardly anyone. Like, Jason Aldean's wife has come out against it, maybe a couple of people, but not very many. They're all just crickets in Hollywood. Nobody's even talking about it. So as far as I'm concerned, saying nothing is the same as saying you're for it. And if you're for that, like what happened with Balenciaga, then you're just fucking disgusting and should all be canceled. Thoughts on Kanye? I don't know. He's either losing it or he's just trolling like crazy. So many have come out against it. I guess I haven't seen it. I've only seen a few. Not like the Kardashians or any of them. I mean, Kim made a half-assed attempt at an apology or a whatever, but Balenciaga had MAGA post as the holy weird would be all over it. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'm gonna have to disagree with somebody who is, you know, pro pro those things. I don't know much about Nick Fuentes, but it sounds like he's not a good dude. So, some of the things that he has said, from what I understand, is pretty questionable. I even saw, literally, I saw on Louder with Crowder, Alex Jones was on there, and Alex Jones was even saying that some of the things Nick Fuentes has said is questionable. So, and Alex Jones is pretty right. So, I would run for local government at some point, but not probably for a bunch of years. I'd like to do more media type stuff before I would get into that. Such an enlightening conversation. Laughy face, crying. Bill John runs the Bully Bard. I don't know who that is. You mean Billy Joel? Catch you later and good stream. Thanks, Elon. Hey, girl. What's up, Rhonda? I don't know who Gavin McInnes is, so I don't have any thoughts on him. I would have to know more of who he is. Yeah, Rub, the fact that they're even trying to normalize that crap is evidence that our world is going in a very bad direction. Proud Boys founder? Oh, I don't know anything about the Proud Boys, so. Liberals rule. Okay. What's up, Red Sea 10 Neck? Obvious common sense on voter ID and amen. Nick Fuentes was point blank on. What did that say? Where did that go? I don't know. That comment just disappeared. What are we talking about? I guess we're kind of talking about Kanye and his crazy, his last interview, and whether he was trolling or having an on-air breakdown. It's hard to really tell at this point. I can't tell if he's just like, okay, if they're all going to call me this and say this about me, I'm going to go play this crazy part, or if he actually is losing it. It's really hard to decipher at this point. Candace Owens, press secretary. I don't know. I mean, I think she's probably more popular at the Daily Wire than she would be and probably gets paid more than if she were press secretary. So if I were her, I'm not sure that would be a positive direction. And let's just say it ends up being Trump. She's not very pro-Trump these days. I think he's trying to push it to the extreme. Not sure if it will work. I think part of what he's doing, honestly, is they're saying this about me anyway, because I've even done that on here. It's like, oh, if you guys are going to say I'm this horrible person all the time, then I'm going to fucking slay the trolls. And I've done that myself before, not in the level that he's doing it, clearly. But it's like, if like someone's going to say something about you and it's kind of like you want to throw in their face, I just don't think it's looking good for it. Regardless of whether he's trolling and just saying, hey, I'm playing the part. You guys said I'm the devil. Now I'll act like the devil. Like, I don't think it's looking good for him. So it doesn't matter what he's doing, trolling or losing his mind. It's just not looking good for him. How do I feel about Ashley Kaltwasser winning pro cards? Should she keep going for more? I mean, she's been on the scene for a while, and like she Miss Olympia for a couple of years and then wasn't for a while, and she's been in the top 5 for the last couple of years. I mean, she might as well keep going for it, right? I mean, she's hard as shit, though. I don't even think she looks good anymore, if I'm honest. It just, like, when it comes to a place where it looks like you're on that much stuff, I don't know. I don't think it's pretty anymore. I mean, you say it's not good form, but you don't condemn it. Because I'm not going to sit here and pretend I condemn anything, all the rant and the bad shit he said. He tried to say the Holocaust didn't happen. I don't believe in any of that crap. I will denounce all of that, absolutely. But I can't sit here and say that I know what the fuck is going on in Kanye's mind or why he's doing it. Clearly, what he's saying is fucked up. Love to hear your take. Thanks, Joseph. You're awesome, man. Jen, she said, put it there. I don't know what that means. Learn the lingo. Hop to enter or leave chat. I don't know what, and I guess I don't even know the lingo. So I don't know the YouTube lingo, guys. Thanks, DJ. Appreciate that. Girl, we don't care. Okay. I'm so upset we didn't get a football player who's into vampires. That's just a silly statement. Best to make more lives that are shorter to get around rules. I don't know what any of that means. Well, I've been on an hour, so I guess I could end my YouTube live because it's kind of quiet in there. But I'm going to stay on TikTok for a little while because I've got a decent amount of people in here. But I'm going to end on YouTube, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate you. I'm trying to, I don't know what's going on with my account. I seem to be I was growing so steadily, then just kind of stopped. So going to do some research, and then I'm going to try to have come on at a specific time all the time so that you guys can know when I'll be on, because I'm seeing that that's what people think is the best. And I'm probably going to do an evening. So I think the evening is probably a little bit better to get more people than middle of the day like this. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate you, and thanks for hanging out with me. Bye.